What is up, guys? Snaggle J coming at you with a brand new video today, and this is a big one. MLB The Show, for the first time, is available on the Nintendo Switch platform. I have been playing it since the Digital Deluxe Early Access came up on Friday, and I've been getting a lot of people dropping in the stream or reaching out to me on Twitter or posting in the Discord what I thought about it. So I thought, you know what, let's make a video. We're going to have some footage rolling in the background here. As you can see from the little note on the bottom, this is captured in dock mode on a Rev 1 Switch. So that is the revision that they did with a little bit better battery life, but is the non-OLED model, just because, you know, you may get different performance with the Gen 1 Switch or with the OLED model as well. So let's start with what everybody asked me about, what everyone wants to talk about, and that is the graphics. So I played it on the Switch during the tech test, and to say I was unimpressed would be an understatement. I thought the graphics were rough, the animations were rough, and then when they did the feature premiere, it came out that the tech test build was a couple of weeks old, and there was some optimization that had happened, and that is obvious right off the bat. Now, again, the graphics are not on par, obviously, with the Xbox Series S, Series X, the PS5. I wouldn't even go as far to say they're on par with the PS4 or the Xbox One. But the graphics were definitely improved from the tech test to the version that we have now. There are some issues that do have a little bit of an impact on your experience. Lighting is one of them. So this is an example here with Rogers Center of the lighting being actually pretty good. The shadows are not awful. There are some stadiums, Target Field comes to mind, where the lighting is just not very good. The shadows are a little too dark. You can see it's hard to pick up, but the glossiness of the helmets, like for example, with the Red Sox here, it's really shiny. Now that does have a little bit of an impact on gameplay because it sometimes can make the ball hard to pick up. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in the gameplay section in a minute. The graphics are like they are with almost every single Switch game in existence, better in docked mode than in undocked mode. And the difference is noticeable, especially when you're using further out shots. If you use high camera for fielding, you will notice a very big difference in the graphics between docked and undocked mode. What that means is, in terms of how it relates to the gameplay, is it can be a little bit hard to pick up the ball, especially when you're hitting. If you're facing a pitcher that has a very high velocity fastball and then like a 80s slurve or a changeup or something, it can make picking up the difference just a little bit more difficult because, again, there are some lighting issues, there's some glaring issues. It is better than the tech test. I definitely think, you know what, it's not a deal breaker for me. But it does have a little bit of an impact on the gameplay experience. Speaking of the gameplay experience as a whole, it is very smooth. The controls work fluidly. The animations work, relatively on par with the other platforms. It is a very smooth playing game. It's responsive. I've used it, again, both in docked and undocked mode. I will say, using my wireless Power A controller in docked mode, I do feel like there's a little bit of an input lag. I did spend some time using a Pro controller as well on launch day, and didn't really notice it, but I've recently switched to my Power A wireless controller, and I've started noticing little hints of potential input lag when batting. I've also played again in handheld mode. The Joy-Cons are great. They're very conducive to baseball. They're laid out very nice. But so overall, the gameplay experience has been smooth. I haven't experienced a whole lot of glitches. I think I had one really bad glitch where my third baseman bobbled the ball and picked it up, and then he threw it to the pitcher, and then the base runners of the AI just kept going. And it was an inside the park home run. Not sure what happened there. It was a one-time thing. And again, all platforms have been experiencing little glitches here and there. There's plenty of tweets and videos. The Switch is no exception, but they have not been super prevalent. I've been enjoying the mode. I've been spending time in Diamond Dynasty. I've been spending time in March to October. Again, the game plays on the field very, very nice. Obviously, there is a convenience factor involved. The ability to have cross progression, cross play, cross save, so you can play your franchise on Xbox or PS5, take it to the Switch. You can, have your Diamond Dynasty team transfer over to both. That makes the Switch a very appealing option. I know for me personally, we streamed almost 4 hours with it on Friday, and we thought it was a lot of fun. I spent some time watching WrestleMania over the weekend, and I would just take my Switch and would grind out some conquest or some moments. I've dabbled into online play a little bit in Diamond Dynasty, and it's been not great. If you're playing only within the Switch ecosystem with crossplay turned off, it has been hard to find a game. The queues can get a little bit long. And then on the other side, anytime I've matched up with somebody who is from a different system, I've gotten absolutely rolled, which could also be indicative of my horrible skills, but could also be indicative of, just, again, the kind of things we saw between PS5 and Xbox last year, where Xbox was having issues with the pinpoint pitching and that sort of stuff. But overall, this is a very, very good start for MLB The Show on the Switch. It is fun. It is playable. Again, I'm willing to trade a little bit of graphical quality because if the gameplay is terrible on the field, it doesn't matter how good it looks. And in this case, yes, you're giving up a little bit of visuals, but the game plays very well. There has not been a single time since the launch of this game where I've been playing on the Switch and I felt like, damn, I would have caught that, or I could have, made a better in-game situation if I was playing on PS5 or Xbox. That has not happened. The one thing that, again, could be a decision-making factor here for you is there is no Stadium Creator on the Switch. The Switch does not have Stadium Creator. Stadium Creator is an exclusive feature to the Xbox Series SX and the PS5 versions. But other than that, everything else is exactly the same. So if you don't need the Stadium Creator, it's a great option, and I definitely recommend picking it up. I do hope that as they go along and we get some patches here, they're able to clean up a little bit of the lighting issues and sort of make that a little bit better, especially when it comes to daytime games or nighttime games where the lighting is just not quite right. I'm hoping we're going to see some of those issues patched in the future. But overall, so far, this has been an absolutely enjoyable experience. I'm very glad it's on the Switch. I'm looking forward to playing this on the road as I travel throughout the summer and be able to just kind of keep it going. But yeah, so for me, it's been great so far. Again, not perfect, but for what you're getting into, it is a very, 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 very good start for MLB The Show on the Switch. Have you been playing MLB The Show on the Switch? What do you think? Jump down in the comments below and let me know. And of course, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, peace.